Yes, I am. Please welcome actor, it says in my script, actor, presenter, showbiz personality, general all-round nice guy and dad, Philip Schofield!
I thought he was talking about you then for a minute. Who's this? There's another
turn
guest
up,
on.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm very well indeed,
It's very nice to have you here.
Well, don't mind if I sign these.
No, you sign away. We're giving away another set of books over the break, and these are by somebody called Pete Johnson. Pete Johnson, what do you think of him as an author?
He's probably my favourite writer, actually.
I thought he might be somehow. One of your books has just won an award, hasn't it? The Dead Hour.
Yes, it's voted the top scary book by Youth Express.
Right, and you've got some funny ones too?
Yes, The Dead Hour is really about a ghost hunt that goes wrong. But I've also, the latest one is, I hope, a funny book. It's called The Cool Boffin, and it's about a boffin, a swat, who decides to change his image.
OK. Well, we've got loads of them to give away. Phil's signing them. We need a competition question, please, Pete.
Yes. In what book would you look to find out the meaning of a word?
OK, in what book would you look to find the meaning of a word? You know that, don't you?
And there's fabulous prizes there.
Well, you see, if you were at home at the moment, or in your hotel or something, you could phone in on 0891 444488. 0891 444488. You'd have to be quick, though, because you only have 3 minutes and 10 seconds, the duration of the break, to get your call in. Stay lucky, it might be you after the break. After the break, we talk more to Philip, and we're back with Sean Maguire. Stay with Doc. All right, that's your time up for the phone-in competition. The answer was?
Carleen Higgins.
No, the answer was?
Belfast.
The answer was?
Oh, dictionary.
Exactly.
Dictionary. Well done.
Carleen Higgins from Belfast. Congratulations, you've won all those, but they've gone. If they're,
No, they're
already
here,
in the jiffy bag.
I've got some here.
Oh, no, they're there.
There's some of them here.
They'll all come in a lovely parcel to you. Okie dokie. So, Jamie, if you're watching at the moment, Jamie, our Joe Raz winner, can you hang up, please? We're trying to... You want to win the nice prize, you've got to hang up, because we can't phone you back, and the show's off air in about...
And your phone bill now is up to about...
So hang up, we're going to phone you back for the Joe Raz final, Jamie. We'll talk to Philip later, but first... Okie dokie, please welcome once again. We've given him another... We give him one cheer, give him another one, all the way from Joseph, London's West End, and now Edinburgh. Philip Schofield's here!
Thank you. Save yourself.
Well, you know what this is like. We're overrunning like Billy-O now, so we'll get on with it. Straight to the phones. Who's on the phone? Hello? Is it Josanne?
Yeah.
Hello. What's your question for Philip?
How long did you have to practice for before you went to Joseph?
How long did you practice for?
Right. Hi, Josanne. Well, it was about 6 weeks. I started off, when I first found out that they'd asked me if I would be serious to take the job, and I thought about it quite a bit. And they said, right, OK, I will do it. I'll get involved. And then from that moment on, from the moment of saying yes, it was 6 weeks before we started.
Before the opening night
yeah,
of the lady?
Yeah, but the funny thing was, I mean, it's one of those things that because so many of us have done it at school and stuff, and also you've heard it so many times, I knew half the words. I didn't realise, but I knew half the words.
I think my wife was in it.
Yeah.
Always. She was going to be in it, actually, weren't you, Caroline? But she was going to be the narrator, but then they canned it because they couldn't find a Joseph. Where's Laura? Oh, there you are, behind Yvette's skirts. What's your question for Philip?
How did you get the role of Joseph?
OK, so how did you actually get it?
Jason Donovan was doing going away for a holiday. He'd been doing the show for about a year, and they needed someone to fill in. And there were lots of other people who'd been suggested for it. And I was the same as everybody else, was reading the newspapers to find out who it might be. And then as I was reading the newspapers, my telephone rang, and it was Andrew Lloyd Webber, who said, how would you like to be involved in Joseph? And I thought it was Joe. I thought he was joking. No, you've got the wrong number. This is a wind-up. And then I found out that they were serious.
You quite rude to him, actually, couldn't you?
Well, what happened was we got them to put the phone down. At the end, I said, you know, thanks very much, we'll think about it, type of thing. Put the phone down. I said, phone back that number that they left and see whether it's genuine, because I was convinced it was still a wind-up.
It
so
wasn't.
we phoned it up and it was for real, and that's how I got
history,
it.
and there you are, doing very well. Right, back to the phones now. Elizabeth. Hello, Elizabeth.
Hiya.
What's your question?
Hi, Phil.
Hi there.
Liz,
Hiya.
what's the worst practical joke you ever played on someone?
The worst practical joke. The great thing about doing Joseph day after day after day, and I've done about 800 or 900 performances now, is that after a period of time you do get quite naughty, and all the practical jokes generally tend to happen in Joseph. There's a part of the show where you have to wear a sort of pharaoh type eye makeup, and I made myself look like Barbara Cartland one day. I put the biggest, thickest blue eyeliner, and you could only really see it on the stage, so it's much worse for... The best jokes are the ones that the people on stage...
Did they corpse?
Oh, yeah,
Did they
laughed.
go?
Oh, yeah, of course
Good.
they did.
That's what it is.
Useless, of
I
course
suppose
they
if you've done 800 shows, you've got to keep yourself a bit fresh by tweaking it a little bit
keeps
like
it, yeah, it keeps it exciting for us.
OK, Stephen has a question. Where's Stephen? Is that you? Hang on, let me shove that under your nose.
What's the strangest thing you've investigated in Schofield's Quest?
Oh, now.
The strangest thing would have to be the regression stuff that we did, and that was the possibility that you've lived before as somebody else, and possibly even before that, and before that, and before that. Now, I, as much as everybody else, was quite sceptical and thought, I don't know whether this is true. But the more we looked into the stuff we found, the more every single piece of information that we discovered came out to be true. Stuff that the guy who was regressed could never have known. So, I mean, still, I think a lot of people are very sceptical, but it proved that there's something worth investigating. And that was the weirdest thing of all, I think.
Brilliant. Well, it's a good show, and that's on. You got that on Sunday nights, and then you're back and forwards to Edinburgh, and you've got a matinee this afternoon.
Yeah.
And you're packing them out of the Edinburgh Playhouse.
What can I say?
Great pleasure to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be here. Very
it's strange,
strange,
isn't it? Sitting here together on a Saturday morning.
Strange.
Please say thank you to Philip Schofield. Lovely. Right, we've got to wind up, haven't we? Shall we wind up? Okay. Come on, you just come up the stairs.
Obviously too early. Come on, Sean, up you go. Come on, then. Come on, up you go.
Next, the huge popular band. Who else have we got?